Good Financial was established in 2018 with a mission to assist the 370,000 foreign domestic helpers in Hong Kong who struggle to overcome the significant challenges of seeking financial assistance, facing high loan interest rates and aggressive debt collectors. Good Financial is an ethical lender supporting this underrepresented group by providing access to financial products using smart, simple and scalable technology. Jared King, the co-founder of Good Financial, shares with us the role fintech plays in helping migrant workers and generating a positive social impact.
We're a fintech company that specifically serves the need of migrant domestic workers, of which there's 400,000 here in Hong Kong, but there's actually 11 million around the world. So migrant domestic workers, these are predominantly women from the Philippines and from Indonesia who leave their families behind and sacrifice and move abroad over to Hong Kong, working 6 days a week, 12 hours a day in the homes of Hong Kong families. 3 years ago, we went out and we interviewed 1,000 migrant workers to understand what are their problems. And we found that they are excluded from the financial system. Their salary is only about $500 a month. And because they only have 1 day off a week, which is Sundays, they don't have access to bank accounts because banks are closed on Sundays. Even with the new virtual banks here in Hong Kong, which are app-based banks, they really struggle with the technology of those virtual banks. Getting through the KYC process is very tricky. So they're getting left behind with the digital revolution. And they don't have access to loans. And so what that does is that pushes them into the arms of predatory lenders and loan sharks. So Good Financial was set up to create a new financial system for them that is designed for their specific needs, that uses technology and data to better serve them and reduce the costs for us and ultimately for them as well. The most important thing that we've learned is that you have to start with empathy in designing technology for this customer segment. Their needs are very different than traditional finance apps. Everything has to be extremely easy to use, extremely fast, and work on phones that may only have 3G connections and are extremely slow. When it comes to data, this is a huge point as well, because they don't have credit histories, credit reports, or credit bureaus. So what that means is that they don't have data for lenders to make decisions. So what we do is we use data points, let's say from their phone. The type of phone that they use to apply is predictive of whether or not they're going to make their repayments. So what we've done is we've built a custom-built app for them that allows them to get access to credit and also to track their loan contracts, track their repayments, and go to any 7-Eleven in Hong Kong and use a QR code to make their loan payments. So what this does is it saves them time and it reduces the cost for us because things are more automated, and it allows us to drop our interest rates because we can run a much more efficient business. So the impact of what we're doing is so far we've given out 6,000 loans, and we're on our journey to giving out 60,000 loans. We're starting to scale up, and what this means is that we're doing these loans on a much more borrower-friendly basis, a much more ethical basis, which it makes it less stressful for them, and it gets them the capital that they need fast in order to be able to pay for education fees back in their home country, or in order to repair a roof after a typhoon, or to invest in a small business back in their home country. So they can now rest a little bit more easily, and they can get access to their financial services in a much better way.